morning, everybody. It is Sunday, May 25th, here in Michigan. It ain't over yet. I decided last couple days I was gonna come on Michigan, and I've driven out to the middle of nowhere and parked. And as soon as I opened up my door right here, I fell asleep. I knew I was gonna kind of sleep in a little bit, but I fell asleep, and as soon as I woke up, opened up the door, I'm already hearing gobbles behind my truck, and they're not far. So we're gonna try and get everything ready up here and get everything set up, and we're gonna walk out in these fields behind us. And it sounds like they're going off, so we'll see if we can get close to them. I heard them gobble right over here. There's kind of like these fields. There's not much woods, actually. It's mostly all fields. And I heard, I think, 2 gobbles on the other side of this ditch right here. There's nothing but fields out right here. So we'll see if we can see them from here, because it's pretty wide open. Well, I'm a lot closer where I heard those gobbles. It is cold. It's like 38 degrees out this morning. I underdressed big time. But this is really close where I heard those gobbles when I stepped out of my truck. So we're just gonna sit here for a bit and see if we can hear them gobble again. Well, they shut up. And for a second, this sun is absolutely blinding me. But I heard a gobble, I think on the other side of this ditch, in this huge field right here. I'm assuming they're probably strutting on the other side of it. We're gonna try and get to the edge of this field right here, see if we can see them. Well, I came into this field hearing that gobble, and I saw only one bird over there. I couldn't tell if it was a jake or a hen. I couldn't tell what it was. I didn't see a strutter. The sun is in my face so much, it's so hard to see. But they shut up, they stopped gobbling. It's kind of hard to tell from Onyx exactly where everything is. There's some pretty deep ditches right here that's separating me from the other fields. And turkey are walking these right by these ditch lines right here. I think that's where I need to be. But this is where I heard the tom gobbling. But there wasn't any strutter. So I haven't seen anything or heard anything until just now. I'm trying to walk through these woods. They're super thick. I just walked by another hunter, and I heard another gobble about 100 yards. These woods are so thick. I don't think I've been in woods like this before here in northern Michigan, man. Like, it's big fields and super thick woods. I don't think I've hunted woods like this before. Like, you can hardly walk through this place. I'm gonna see if I can try to maneuver through these woods, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to hunt through them. You're gonna have to just hunt by a field It's pretty much your only. It's your only chance. Looking on this on a map compared to actually being in here, it's two totally different things, man. That was behind me. Couldn't tell if that sounded like a Jake. It sounded Jake-ish. Oh, let's see if we can get on a gobbler. They're gobbling more than they are in Indiana, though. That's for sure. Well, that was terrible. Never, like I've said before, obviously, this is the first time we ever come into this place. And walking through these woods is treacherous. I got caught in a swamp, and it took me a while to get out of it. I only saw one bird over here. I don't know if it was a hen or a Jake. It didn't look like a tom. We're gonna sit and just call for a bit, and then if we don't hear anything, or see anything, we'll move, and then may head back to the truck and drive around, just try to figure this area out, because it's pretty big and hard to get to, but we'll figure it out. That's what happens when you get to these new areas, and you know, I'm spoiled, and I'm so used to knowing my terrain and having very easily accessible woods and fields. It's a lot different up here, man. It's swampy, marshy, thick woods. This is definitely a waterfowl area, but we'll sit and call and just see what happens. Well, we are back in Michigan. I got something to eat, and unfortunately, this morning I went out and it was freezing. I mean, it was like 32 degrees. I just came from 70 to 32, and I think it's gotten to 70 again, but I didn't know it was going to drop down so cold, and it was so wet. And my boots did not survive. My boots, not only did I find out, are not waterproof anymore, but the strings all got ripped off. So luckily, right by the diner I went to eat, thankfully there is a Tractor Supply, and we got some new muck boots, and they will be much appreciated, because dude, I'm like, I am not walking back out there today or tomorrow without waterproof boots, because that was bad. So luckily we went out and got some new socks, because oh my lord, I knew this was a wetland, but it is a wetland, and I think for the rest of the afternoon I'm just gonna bring a decoy. I'm not sure if bringing a decoy is a good idea or not, but I think it's pretty useless setting up on a field with nothing. So I'm gonna bring a hen decoy out, and I think we're just gonna sit. It is a beautiful day. It's blue skies. It's a day you'd kill a bird. So we're gonna go out and just sit and call, enjoy the day, and then we're gonna, if we don't kill anything, we're gonna try and roost a bird and figure this land out a little bit more. I've been driving around trying to figure everything out. I actually, in the diner, I talked to a bunch of dudes around here, and it seems like it's the same as Indiana. Birds get down, they get call shy, and they disappear. So it's just a grind, and it's about getting lucky, maybe striking a dumb 2-year-old. So hopefully that's what happens today. So I'm gonna get set up, and we're gonna make our way over here, and hope we get lucky. Well, sounds like the DNR are hitting that field and tilling it that we were in this morning. They had that tall grass, which is good because I couldn't see that bird till I got halfway to them, because that grass just makes it impossible unless they're strutting. But hopefully that noise don't affect them none. We're surrounded by a bunch of pine trees over here. It looks like a pretty cool area. I want to be a little bit farther from the truck. But we're gonna come over here and sit down and set up. I did see a bird right over here this morning, so I know that they're over here. Just sit up and find out. Oh, look at this snake. Holy crap. Oh, that looked like a blue racer snake. Wow, I haven't seen a snake like that in 6 years. I forgot that there's snakes in the woods. Man, he bolted out of here. Yeah, I wonder if there's another one. Usually in the springtime, if you see a snake, there's 2 of them breeding. I got a video or pictures of 2 racer snakes breeding each other. It's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna come right over here and set up. That was cool. I was just about to click the video off, but this snake, I couldn't even get it because he went so quick. Well, we are set up for the entire afternoon. Just gonna watch the nice blue sky here in this big grassy field. Got the decoy like not even 15 yards in front of me. And we're just gonna call like there's no tomorrow. Old school turkey hunting. If I even hear a gobble, this will be a success. I just walked out here, and it's so weird hunting this time of day because Indiana is, you know, it ends at noon, and Michigan's all day. This video is brought to you by Juicy Fruit. Well, been sitting here about an hour and a half calling. It's getting pretty windy. Haven't heard a single gobble, and now not only are they tilling that field over there, but somebody's shooting clay pigeons. So I think we're gonna grab the decoy, and I think we're just gonna slow walk through these woods and call, if I can even walk through them. A lot of these woods are so thick, there's no point of even walking in them. But we're gonna grab our stuff because I don't want to be next to all this nonsense. I'm not sure how the birds react to it up here, but I definitely don't want to be by farmers and guys shooting clay pigeons. I think the turkey right now are probably in the woods scratching. But I heard from a lot of people, and I mean all over the country, saying this was like the worst turkey season they've ever hunted. And that's from people from Georgia, people from up north, people, that's from all over. I just think they're not acting like birds because I think they're getting pressured and hunted so much all over. I think that's what it is. I just don't think they're acting like birds, and the hunting just sucks because Indiana shot over 15,000 birds. So the last 3 years they killed over 16,800, 15,000 like 700, and then 15,300. So Indiana has been pretty consistent with the birds. I think it's the public land that's getting real bad, and I just think that these birds they're evolving. I think they're at least on public land. They're not acting like birds should, but we're gonna get up and move. Man, you talk about dead. I haven't heard a single gobble since 7:30 a.m. Been walking around for about 25 minutes now. Nothing. They're just not gobbling. They're most likely just walking through the woods feeding, probably not feeling nothing. Got nothing else to do. Just gonna keep walking and keep calling. Hopefully I can strike one and set up close, get close to it. It's really my only option. Only thing we can do. Just walk and call, walk and call. Well, what's happening, guys? We had a pretty uneventful day. I got out a little bit late because I drove all the way from Indiana to Michigan right after work, and I was super exhausted. And by the time I got out, the toms had already flown down, and they were gobbling a little bit there in the morning. I saw two birds. I think I saw a jake and a hen. Never could get on the gobblers, never could find them. I walked around all day, and if anything, it'll probably just cut to this. I probably won't even use that footage because most of it's just me walking around calling, not hearing anything. But we're gonna try and roost some birds. I just don't think we're gonna hear anything. For one, they're not gobbling that much, and two, oh, it smells really good by this ditch. And two, because the DNR, the farmers have been tilling all these fields around where I was hunting. I don't know if that really affected where the turkey are going to be today or what, but we're gonna just walk down this road. We're gonna owl hoot and just see if anything answers. If so, that's gonna dictate where we're gonna be in the morning. Ooh, ooh, woohoo! Ooh! Look right here. On this beautiful sunset we have today, they tilled this entire field, which looks like stretches to the end of time, and this field right here. And this is kind of where I wanted to be in the morning, depending on where I heard birds. But yeah, look at that, that's gorgeous. Ooh, ooh, woohoo! Ooh! I only got one more day of hunting season left. I'll probably only hunt the morning tomorrow, and then I gotta go back home and work midnights. This was kind of like a last minute thing because I wanted to hunt Ohio, but it didn't come together the way I wanted, and so I came up to Michigan. I knew that this was going to be basically kind of a scouting trip. I was going to spend a couple days scouting this whole place out and just seeing where the birds are and Man, this place must have got hit pretty hard with hunters. I think everywhere does, and I think that's a problem with public land sometimes. Oh, I'm almost down to this road. It is a haul. This is a really long road. Is this another field? Like I said, I haven't been able to come all the places I wanted to go. Oh, that's another road that goes that way. Or is this just like a high grass field? Oh man, I like this. It's just kind of a corner. I can tell those are pine trees. I'm not gonna walk in the field right now. This is definitely a lot better place I'd like to be in a back corner where I can get to a field right next to me easily if there are birds over there. You know, we had, some success this year, but Tom's just not gobbling in the roost. It's just lame. It's just lame. It's not fun. The sun is setting. No Tom's gobbling tonight. Just gonna head back to the truck. Gotta be editing the third episode to date myself right here, which would be the second day of Indiana's official season. I really do think going after birds over there is a fool's mission, but they were in every field today, all the farmers. So I'll see you in the morning, and hopefully we'll have some better luck tomorrow and at least some better footage, because I do want to release this, but it may not be the most interesting, but it's realistic public hunting, and that's what I like to show, because I do this for me and nobody else. All right, see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning. So my plans for today kind of got ruined. At 3 a.m. somebody pulled up and went in the woods and parked right next to me. I'm not playing that game. I don't know why somebody would do that, because there's only one way you can go. They parked next to me at 3 o'clock in the morning and walked out. So I parked over here and I walked out of my truck and I heard a gobble over here. We're just gonna go with my GoPro today, because I'm trying to get to a bird quick. We're gonna see if we can even get close. I'm not sure. It was pretty far off, but it was very distinct and loud. So we're gonna see if we can get on this sucker. I'm very angry that I gotta deal with people like this, but I forgot it's a holiday. A lot more guys are gonna be out. But there's gobbling over there too. But angry that the dude had to drive right next to me and do that, but it is what it is. We're gonna see if we can get close to these gobbling over here. Well, funny enough, I ended up walking almost right back to where I was in the morning. If that stupid dude wasn't there, I would have been right on top of this Tom. I walked in this field and I can see a bunch of birds walking, I think east. It doesn't look like they're gonna come this way, and they're way too far. They're pretty big birds, but that's kind of my luck. It's a huge field, nothing I can do, but that was fun stalking them. I heard a Tom right here, but I can't tell if those are Toms or Jakes or hens. I can't tell. Man, if I just would have been here in the morning. Remember when I saw a blue racer snake? I just saw another one. I was just about to take a picture of it, dang it. He was basking in the sun. Every single time I see a snake, I'm about to take a picture of it. Dang it. I've never seen so many snakes up here in my life. Indiana, man, they're extremely rare. See a lot more snakes up here. Turkey feather. Well, I'll be honest, I did not record much today. Just didn't feel like it. I know that's a pretty bogus excuse. I was really upset when that dude pulled up and walked out at like 3:30 in the morning. Because you can only walk down one path. And there's ditches between the paths, and there's only fields and woods. You can only go one direction. And he must have been pissed that I was there and just walked out immediately. And a Tom was gobbling in the field, exactly where I was gonna go. I probably would have killed a bird today if that guy didn't pull up, because I actually walked back to that exact spot, and that's where all those hens were that I walked right up on. But he was in that field at some point, and then he went north, and I would have already been north in that green field, and I would have got him. But I probably walked about 4 miles today. That's why I wasn't too keen on bringing both my cameras and everything. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna run a gun. If I get on a bird, I'll get the GoPro on and everything. And they were gobbling all morning. But they're either not strutting much or just not strutting at all, because they would just gobble and then they would be 200 yards away. So I don't know if they were just walking around gobbling. That kind of seems like what's happening right now. I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. But that's pretty much, at least up here in Michigan, that's where turkey hunting has turned into. They're just walking around gobbling. I haven't seen a strutter since I've been here. So I think they just, if they do strut, they gobble in the roost, fly down, gobble, walking around. Because I have seen like 10 hens today. None of them have toms. So I think turkey season's over. At least for me. I'm going to be going home now, and I had fun. I really did. I had a lot of fun. I learned this area a lot more. I kind of figured out that the birds are mostly in the back by those fields on the west side, and then they go north. But they don't stay in those fields for very long. They head in those woods and shut up. So if I do hunt this place again, if I do hunt Michigan next year, I'll know where to go, and I'll probably come a lot earlier. Had a lot of fun. I knew it wasn't going to be too long. I would only be here a few days, and I knew it would mostly be just a scouting mission. But I know recording wise, this probably won't be a great video, but I had a lot of fun. Summer's here. Unfortunately, turkey season's over. And we'll be looking forward to deer season here coming up. Hopefully it's a lot better season than last year. I think we'll have a lot better year this year. I'm going to be hunting a lot more different places, putting a lot more tree stands up, switching up a lot. A lot of people are flooding in where I hunt, and I got to adapt and change how I hunt. But I had a lot of fun. Thanks for being with me and watching my videos, and I will see you guys in a few months. We're putting cameras up for deer season. See you.